Okay everybody, welcome back to the channel! Today we are looking at this incredible Only Up map for Minecraft Education, Bedrock and Pocket editions. I'm currently using Education Edition. I'm using the 1.20 beta with a mouse and keyboard, not using a touchscreen, although I hear this map was made on a touchscreen device, which kind of blows my mind ever so slightly. As you can see, I'm totally crushing it right now. Only joking, I'm really bad at these parkour maps, which is what I would kind of count this as. Now, I did do a bit of editing on this, mainly because I need to keep my audience retention going, so watch this video to the end. I can't have any boring bits, and me falling off a lot was quite boring. So the other reason it's edited a lot is because it's really hard. There were a couple of times I had to set the world spawn point again, and you may or may not be aware, Only Up has been a kind of a bit of a frustrating kind of viral game for streamers to play because there are no checkpoints. You have to do this whole thing without checkpoints. So I did cheat a bit and I put my own checkpoints in by adjusting the set world spawn point every now and again because I just couldn't bear doing some bits. So if I got past a really tricky bit, I would do that. I'd love to know in the comments down below how well you did with this one. Did you manage to get very far? Did you manage to even do the first 50 blocks, I don't know, without cheating? If you did, congratulations, because I honestly found it really, really hard. What I will say is, though, as I played this, got a lot better with my timing, with my jumping, crouching and finding the edges of those blocks as I was running off. I did get a lot better. Now this map, very cool. Again, it's in the description down below. There's a few different download links when you follow the initial link from this page. One for the newer version, so this is 1.20 as I've said. If you're on an older version of Education Edition, try the older versions, they should work fine as well. Works really nicely for Pocket and Bedrock editions as well. Massive amounts of credit to the people that made this. It's really cool, works really nicely. I think they've got the balance of difficulty about right. I found most of it doable, which means people that are good at parkour should find lots of it quite easy. The really challenging bit is, of course, you don't get any do-overs. So you've really got to do it all in one go if you're going to do it, you know, properly, the way the map designer intended it to be done. But you can see here I'm making my way through it. I'm not doing too badly. And talking about the level design, really interesting, different sections to this. They've used a lot of different things like the drip leaves, and they've used kind of lots of slime and some redstone contraptions and things like that. So lots of cool obstacles to overcome. I would love to know in the comments, how good are you guys at parkour? Do you change your video settings? Do you change your field of view? Do you change any of the other settings? Because I've seen a bit of parkour in my time and I've noticed that a lot of time people are changing their field of view. That seems to help. I tried it. It didn't help. What am I going wrong? Give me some tips, give me some pointers for this level. How can I get better? Now, what I must say is I did not complete this world. So if you're waiting for me to get right to the top, I don't quite. In fact, I don't get anywhere near the top, and you'll see how huge this level is really soon. But I want to show you, for those of you who might want to try this one out, you've got to see just how big it is. So in a minute, I'm going to fall off the edge. It's really frustrating. And I will zip into creative and I will show you guys the full extent of the rest of this map because it is absolutely huge. I'm not really sure. I'm not aware that anyone's done it. I'm not aware in the description for the original creators video, for the page that you put on mcpedl.com, no one said that they've managed to complete it. A lot of people saying that they couldn't and that they found it frustrating, which was my experience as well. However, maybe one of you guys will be the first person to get this one done. Video evidence would be lovely, but if you just put it in the comments, I might believe you. I might pin the comment and see if other people want to cast doubt. But here we go. I've fallen off, and I am going to go into creative and just whip through the rest of the level, so you get a sense of how little of the level I managed to do. A couple of really cool bald eagles there. I do like those. They're looking good, and a bumblebee. Lots of attention to detail, but you see it gets higher and it gets higher and it gets higher. I think it goes all the way up to 300. So I got to around block 50, so I got like a sixth of the way through, maybe just over a sixth, which isn't much, but you can see here, look at this, how high it goes. And like I've said, the whole thing about this is if you fall unless you can land, there's no fall damage, by the way, so if you land on a bit of the course you've already done, I guess you could just continue from there. But yeah, in my experience, often you just fall all the way to the bottom. I mean, look at this. Look how big the level is. Can anyone really do this? End rods there. Ooh. End rods there. Making your way to the end. I think we're nearly there. Yeah, we're good. Up the ladder, and there we are to the end. And it says you can take a screenshot. On the map creator said, send me a picture of the screenshot. So make sure you do that. Do that for him. Right, I'm going to jump down and see if I can avoid hitting any obstacles on the way down as I'm falling. I will say goodbye to you guys. Thanks for tuning in for this slightly longer than usual video, and I'll see you all later in the week.